Okay, watch the camera.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Earl gets a facelift. Up. All right. All right. Dude, this looks so good. Welcome to the shop. I bet you thought that we were done, but we're not. And when I say we, my name is Tavarish, and
my name is Jared.
Jared is our new addition to Wrench Every Day. This is going to be a very, very fun series because Earl is back. Our Earl Leaker, our 1990 Nissan 300ZX project, and we are hitting the ground running this year. I hope you guys like it because this is not staying like this for long, which, I mean, stock. It's definitely not going to look like this. But we have a few surprises in store, and today is going to be a really big one. Now, first off, thank you so much. You guys have got us to 100,000 subscribers.
100,000. That's a lot of you that like to tune in and watch.
Yeah.
And we're going to make it worth your click to subscribe because we've got something pretty impressive for Earl.
You guys probably have questions. Where's Andrew? Andrew, he left us.
He left us.
He left us. He left. Andrew got a job. He works with Avalon King, and we wish him the best. So right now we're gonna get our hands dirty and get to this. But before I introduce what we're gonna do to this, I should probably introduce another person that's joining us for this build. His name is Pac-Man Z. How you doing?
Guys? Good. How are you guys doing? I'm glad you guys are tuning in.
You developed a body kit for a 300ZX. Now you have one of the most famous 300ZXs on the internet.
Yeah, so far there's a lot of other people out there, but generally right now we're working with a lot of people, and 300ZX is getting up there. You know, you now have one. You know, we're actually.
Oh yeah, so I mean that's. I have one, so therefore it's big, right?
A primo example of the 300.
I mean, listen, you can they don't just come like this. This is time tested. You made an amazing kit. So honestly, if you look up 300ZX wide body, you're gonna get like a billion pictures of your car.
Yeah, I'm glad you found me actually. So this is the first time I actually went anywhere else but California. So
yes,
I'm here. I'm ready to install this kit. So
okay, so we should probably talk about the kit.
Yes, the kit. Yes, let's not forget about that. Yeah.
So what is the kit? We have a bunch of parts right here.
So this, I mean, just to start off, we don't want to get ahead of each other, you know, right? So we have Kaiser Salim. If you guys know him, he works for Need for Speed. He's doing LTO right now. He started his own company.
Kaiser Salim, the same guy who did Chris from BS for Build's Huracan design.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We collaborated. We worked for like 2 years or so, and we came up with the PMZ KV2 kit. We designed it, but the company that produced the kit is KBD Body Kits.
KBD Body Kits.
They made this happen. They flew me over here and made this possible. And basically it took about a year or so to get into production. We had people who invested, so thank you everybody who invested in the kit.
So this is like one of the first installs on YouTube of this kit. I saw this and I had to have it. I reached out to you, and yeah, this is just amazing. Now, first of all, what is this made of? Like, what do we have in this kit?
Okay, so what we have is it's made of polyurethane.
Okay.
And what we have here is we have a front bumper.
Mm-hmm.
We have bumper attachments, which will work with the wider front fenders. This is a full fender replacement, so it fits all the OEM spots of that Z32. This is not just an over fender; it completely replaces it. So we have on the top here we have the sections for the 10mm bolts,
right,
and the bottom where it connects to the frame rail right there.
Yeah.
So it's not just an over fender. Then we got the side skirts. We have the side skirts that come and connect to the front fenders.
Yes.
And then we got rear quarter panels, which have a rear bumper attachment.
Okay.
Which you could cut off if you're gonna run a no bumper look. That's what I did on my Z32.
I might be doing that. I kind of look like the no bumper look.
I'm excited because that's how I like it too.
Yeah.
It's good. And then we have the Fender Louvers. Let's not forget about the Fender Louvers. This was inspiration from the IMSA Z32
Mm-hmm.
that raced in the 90s.
So this is interesting because a lot of Fender Louvers, what people don't know is the reason why race cars have this is because there's a lot of pressure that's built up in here, and you want the air to escape somehow, and it actually helps with downforce and stuff. The problem is on a road car, sometimes if you don't have a fender liner or something, it can throw rocks into your windshield, and a lot of car companies actually had this happen. But we can there's ways to mitigate it. You could put like mesh or something.
Aren't you not running a windshield? I thought you weren't. Right?
Oh, we're not running a windshield? Okay, yeah, we can. You know what?
And you're gonna wear helmets. Right?
Oh yeah, so helmets, windshield. This is not gonna have a roof. Jared, can you start taking off the roof and windshield? So this is polyurethane, which means that it is like stretchy, right?
Yes, and pretty much indestructible. I ran this over with a 10-wheeler.
Okay.
And it just went through the wheels, came out, and nothing broken. So.
Okay, cool. So that means that if let's say we get a little ginger with our driving and we smack a wall.
You mean we as in?
We as in the royal you. So if you smack a wall, maybe we'll have some scrapes, but the body panel won't be too badly damaged.
Exactly, yeah. And I guess the last thing would be with the kit itself. We had an integrated lip. So if I drop these down here, right? Mm-hmm. Drop this. There's a lip on the bottom.
Right.
That was actually going to be sold separately, but we decided to have it integrated.
Yeah.
So you see there, it starts from here, comes around, and it's like a lip in itself. And that's why the bumper attachment itself have the crease here for the lip, just to make it flush and connect that, to lip.
Yeah.
Right?
So this is going to be part one of this build. We're going to be modifying the body, and then we're going to be doing that V8 swap, and then we're going to do some suspension mods, and then some other stuff, and I mean whatever.
Big wings and
race
seats.
We'll think about the big wing. I don't know.
We got to get a big drift brake.
Drift brake. What are you planning to do with this thing? Jared, do you have ideas for this car?
I have lots of ideas.
Let us know in the comments what you'd like us to do with a wide body 300ZX. But
the number one comment is make it run.
Order of operations, we gotta get that car, that front end apart. So yeah, let's do that.
Question.
Yeah.
Wasn't this purchased because it was supposed to be rust-free and beautiful? I do remember in episode 4 of the series, you found a little rust.
Okay.
But that's more than a little.
Are you trying to say that our EARL LEEKER is not as pristine as the previous owner told me it was?
I don't know exactly what they said, but it's not pristine.
Okay.
I mean,
so what do?
Well, this is where the battery goes, so we can just cut and make a new battery box. It's, bend up some sheet metal and weld it in. It is just this one spot, so we can fix it. Little sheet metal work, and then we can scuff that and treat it with a couple different rust chemicals. So I guess at the end of the day, it's not as bad as the 2+2 EARL 1.0. It's a little rusty.
Yeesh. Okay, is this gonna have any effect on the suspension? Because suspension mounting points are right here, and it is quite close.
Quite close. This is the double wall.
Yeah.
That bolts into here and then comes directly into the frame. So.
Oh, so we basically don't even need that.
So we do want to reinforce it some.
Nah, it's fine. It should be like a spaghetti, like al dente or something, right?
Oh.
Oh, okay. We might wanna.
Turns out I've got a lot more metal work than I thought I did.
It's okay.
Yeah, we'll make it work.
It's wrench every day, right? Not wrench every week or month. We need to. We're definitely gonna be wrenching every day on this.
Yeah, that's a lot of wrenching.
Jared, you made a huge mess. You got to be careful with this. This is very, very rare.
Oh yeah.
Plastic.
I don't want them to get mad at me, right?
No, the internet's gonna get mad if you break anything on a car because
Just put your address, you know, below, and we'll go ahead and ship this for you.
Yeah, we'll ship it right out to you, and
we'll give you the original hardware.
Yes.
Yeah, here we got everything here, and just so it's a sentimental value, we'll give you some, you know, some leaves. Yeah.
That's right. We'll sign every bolt and every leaf.
And you know, there was a wasp nest here.
Yeah.
About like 15 years ago, so you can take that if you want.
Why are you just pulling on things?
We don't need that.
We don't need that?
So much room for activities.
What can we put in here?
We have a V8
Yeah.
side pipe.
Side pipe.
Oh, we'll probably melt the polyurethane though.
No, we made them, you know, super heat resistant, so it should be fine. Yeah.
You want us to test it out?
We'll test it out. What are you doing?
Trying to clean out the water drains.
Ah!
That didn't. Oh. That's not quite working.
You think that's why the water wasn't draining?
Yes.
So, idea. We don't need to do a body kit. We just leave it like this. What do you think?
I mean, you want it a raw look, right?
I mean,
This is as raw as it gets. It's a little too raw, especially with
like
the zip tie. Are those factory zip ties?
yeah.
They didn't do anything to the ends or
No,
nothing?
because they're reusable. You lift the tab. In case you ever actually need to do work, you just lift that little tab and slide them out.
What?
And then
Reusable zip ties? Is that... Did Nissan come up with that?
Honda.
Honda came
Well,
up
they have
with
them as
that.
well, and then they have the little buttons to push into a hole.
Why doesn't everyone have reusable zip ties?
You can buy them. They're about $3 each.
Okay, maybe we don't need reusable zip ties. Maybe the regular ones are better.
When you're putting these in, what are some of the things to watch for as you're getting those holes drilled and kind of working through the alignment?
So I guess the best thing to do is to make sure you have enough people to help you. Honestly, to try to say you could do this by yourself, there's no way. And by that I mean you got to take into account the door, right? You see that? If you don't have someone to help you, you won't be able to mock up the door properly like this. Hold these together and then have someone be able to guide you so you can make the hole properly, right? So go ahead and close the door. See that it's aligned right there. He opens it again. Open it again. And we can see that he's not touching. But for you to be able to do that, like you gotta have two people, some person hold it here, and then make the hole for yourself. And then once this lines up, then you kind of go down the aisle, make sure that lines up, and then the last thing would be the nose part right here. And this is basically the structure of it. It holds right here, and then you're set pretty much. After that, you start with a bumper. But,
So would you say that this could be a full DIY if you've got a couple friends and take your time? It's meant that you don't have to be a body man.
You don't, no.
You could have sent us the kit and Tavarish and I would have installed it, but you wanted to come out and actually kind of showcase the right way.
It slows, basically I would help speed up the process because you guys are going to come in like not knowing the car. If you could say per se, this car, I've been working on this car forever. So, you know, me coming in and be like, oh yeah, so this is how you could do it a little faster. Basically, that's about it. But yeah, you guys could totally do it by yourself. You guys take your time, you know, have enough people to help you, hold this, hold that, and then someone be able to line it up perfectly, you're set. You know, you could do it on your own.
You know these guys, they say the stuff is all bolt-on. This is what goes on behind the scenes, okay? We're showing you everything that they don't want you to see.
So what exactly were you doing there with the Dremel grinding?
Okay, so basically this part right here, right, this little piece is an OEM bracket, you could say, that goes on the OEM Z32 Fender, and it sits right here, right? I guess I'm just being extra particular, if you want to say. It fit good to me, but I'm just kind of gonna remove some, because this is polyurethane, and we had it thick for a reason. I think it's better, it gives it rigidity, but right here it was just a little bit, just a little thicker, so I'm just basically removing some thickness in hopes to I can't.
What were you doing there?
It
It was triggering OCD. I just couldn't. I had to do something about it.
So yeah, I'm just taking away a little bit of thickness, just to get it even more perfect, I guess.
And again, what that's going to do is it's going to take the fender and pull that into the body a little bit, so it's going to make it tuck in better here and fit the door gap a little better.
Basically, it's just this little part right here. Look, I'll show you what I'm doing anyways.
Oh, dude, watch the paint, man.
Oh, sorry.
God,
sorry.
just.
So basically, it's sitting about like right here maybe earlier, but now that I'm taking away gap, I can push in and the screw and just lines it up just right there on the body, just like that. We got bottom screws connected as well already. You got see that all to the OEM connections, and then we go here. And this is the part that I was talking about. See right here, it's just gonna sit nice and flush. So this one,
how again, it's a smooth line from the A pillar right into that fender.
exactly.
Also, if you notice, this is a little Z. Look at that. It's almost like they designed this into the car. Okay, watch the camera.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Earl gets a facelift.
Up. All right. All right.
You just want to admire it. Let's not.
Dude, this looks so good. This looks awesome.
Pac-Man Z or the car?
Jared.
Can be like "Rap-pop-pop-pop-pop-pop-pop-pop-pop," over and over.
I'm recording and there's no context to what you just said. What time is it?
It's bumper time.
Is that the Yes, it's bumper time. So look at that. That is, dude, that looks really good. That looks awesome. So what's your favorite part? My favorite part is how the car looks way wider. Dude, this is amazing. So I was quite skeptical about how the fitment was going to be, but
I mean, it came in 2 small boxes, and it was a body kit for an entire car.
yeah.
And it's cold in Florida, so it didn't quite get to sit in the sun and stretch, but, I mean, Pac-Man Z worked really hard to get this thing to line up, and...
Get over here.
Oh, sorry. So I was hiding a little bit.
You look a little tired. You look a little, are you tired?
No.
Is that jet lag hitting you right now?
Yeah. The jet lag. Maybe I'm like mentally drained.
Mentally drained.
Yeah.
Dude,
yeah.
we still have the rear end to do. We still have the side skirts. This car is not yet done, but let's go over what exactly we did, because there's a lot that we did off camera, and with body kits like this, especially ones that have tolerances and stuff that you have to drill and tap and all that, you do have to do a lot of fitting and refitting, right?
Yeah, so we spend many hours, you could say. And generally it's because you want it to look right? And
right.
There's also stuff that come stock, like OEM brackets, OEM hose, and also OEM parts. For example, this is a nose panel. This is a piece that comes out of the car, and this has to line up. And this lining up, under that, there's like 4 bolts that hold the bumper. And under that, there's a bracket that holds the whole bumper together that keeps that aligned with the headlights, the fenders, and the bumper gap. So we spend time, drilling, making sure that literally we had like 3 of us holding this one piece that's like what 2x3, just to make sure it's all lined up perfectly. So when we drilled the holes, it was it was good.
So it takes time, and in order to get it right exactly how you want it, you do have to have 1 or 2 or 3 extra people sometimes.
Yeah. It relieves the stress.
It definitely does. It's really cool because once you start getting the panel fitment great, then it's like, all right, this makes sense. Like, I saw your eyes lighting up when you were like, dude, this looks awesome. And Jared did an awesome job over here, and he cut out the inside of this. So now we have some active, well, it's not active aero, but it is some aero. It allows the high pressure zone inside the wheel well to escape and hopefully not go right into our pristine mirror. But this is, dude, I really like this. And the door opens up perfectly fine, doesn't hit anything. Now, there is a few things that we have to do, right? Like,
yes, we do have to do some brackets. Obviously, there are brackets that come on the OEM bumper, so we have to make our own brackets to then align, the flare of the body kit. Because, we have brackets that hold the front bumper in place in itself. This is polyurethane. So, for example, that's why we have this here. We're cutting this out. This is left here so that it gives the actual bumper rigidity. This is the bumper. This is the bumper cap.
Yes.
Bumper cap. And then that goes to the frame of the car, which keeps it at this exact, flare, you can say. Because you don't want it flaring out and then being far away from the wheel, It would look unproportional.
Yeah. So what we're going to do, since I don't really know what we need as far as like oil coolers, as far as any sort of bracketry underneath there, we're going to get to that when we get to that, because the final version of this is, actually, you guys can let me know. Like, what do you think would be a cool like motif for this car?
As far as paint?
Yeah, as far as like color wise, as far as like, do you want to do a racing livery? Do you want to do like Plastidip? Do you want to do bed liner? Do you want to make like a $1 million show? Don't do $1 million show car.
No $1 million show. We want to drive this and be able to, if we hit something, we hit something. If I hit something.
Yes. Okay. That's.
I'm always a fan of Panda.
A fan to Panda?
Yeah, you can't go
You're
wrong.
a fan to Panda.
Yeah,
Good.
I'm a fan to Panda. A fan of Panda. You can't go wrong with that.
So like a white and black, or black and white, something like that, right?
White fenders with the vents being black, just to make them pop. A little mix of that.
Doesn't that look like a law enforcement vehicle? White and black?
I don't think anybody is going to be mistaking this for a law enforcement vehicle.
I've never seen a law enforcement vehicle with a giant chassis wing.
Not with that attitude. Okay, so we still have a lot to do, but that's going to be it for today's episode, and this was fun, guys.
Yeah, it was fun.
So definitely go check out his YouTube channel. Check out this kit. You can buy it on, where can you buy it?
It's like pacmanz.com.
pacmanz.com. This thing looks awesome. If you have a 300ZX, you owe it to yourself to get this. It looks so amazing, and we're not even done yet. I can't wait till we put the side skirts and the rear on, and we might do something with like a big spoiler or something. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, the chassis wing.
How are we gonna end this? Do we tell people to wrench every day? Do we tell people to build it better? What do we do? Jared, it's up to you.
It's up to me.
It's up to you.
Pick up your tools and do something.
Okay, all right. Do something.